193 centimeters. And the man he'll be facing, it's Roy Jones Jr. 80 kilos on the button, 180 centimeters tall with a reach of 188.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight. We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
Jake Paul, fighting out of Cleveland, Ohio, currently residing in Dorado, Puerto Rico. Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest of all.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
Usually you don't need a weather report for a boxing match, but we certainly do today as we fight under the sun.
If you know you can fight, you don't need a crowd, you don't need anything apart from that opponent in the opposite corner.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. When are we going to see a jab from these 2? You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. This with that jab. Usually you don't have to worry about getting a sunburn when you're fighting, Johnny, but that's certainly the case today with the sun blazing.
This is taking boxing back to its roots. Outside, where you've got the crowd there, you can hear everything, you've got the breeze of the wind, you've got the heat of the sun. You know when you're doing this? Your feet are on fire, Tom. They're on fire in the ring.
A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice hook. The right hook is scoring. And he misses with that jab. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jake Paul in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this.
Keep him on the...
And there's the bell for round 2. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little trick you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Nice hook. Clean jab. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
If you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Counterpuncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Now going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Jake Paul in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Blade round, no, relax, relax.
Okay, now you let him back into the fight that round, that's his round.
But you're taking him out. He's too tired, he's not getting back up.
Okay, now you let him back into the fight that round, that's his...
And there's the bell for round 3. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's gonna pop you off.
This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. Nice counter shot. So much for boxing. This is a fight. It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Both men step back for just a moment. Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Jake Paul in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have... Here we go to the 4th round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This is some of the best action I've seen in any round anywhere this year. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
To put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. Hook misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Jake Paul in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
I like it. I'm happy. Good man.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and start it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Power. That power might do the do or die.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. The referee really thinking about stopping it. How did they survive that?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall into.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. You'd like to see more jabs. They both want a highlight reel knockout. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. And that was it. That was the big shot we were waiting for. Let's talk about Jake Paul in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
There's the bell to start round 6. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
How do you deal with an aggressive fight? What you do is fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Not a lot of defense here at all. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Those counter punches have to hurt. How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get...
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. They say no one knows a fighter better than their... Here comes round 7. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these 2 boxers, Johnny?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted.
Well, hold on a second, Johnny. And is this the beginning of the end? A nightmare start to this fight. And Jake Paul couldn't handle any more of it. They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at it's not that. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
We're at the halfway point. There's no doubt who's won this round so far.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Whoa, wait a minute! What a shot! Talk about Jake Paul in that last round. And they're back at it again here in round 8. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? And twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Missing with the hook. So much for defensive abilities. You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.
already on the way. Better get themselves in line. Thought I told you we don't play. The team going nuts, the score going up, morale going down, the fans packing up. Now all the kids got a new hero. They ain't never seen so many zeros. And that's when the crowd starts to shout. Yeah, you know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. Yeah, spill venom out the side of my pores. We came to battle, we came for war. Digging in the mud, carry across the globe. No matter the weather, rain, sunny or snow. I guess all the sacrifice was worth it. The pain made perfect and gave me a purpose, yeah. And I still don't get no break. And you bout to learn why if you in my way. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down.
Just wanna find and run away. Away from this place, away from this day.
Come on.